Other parts of the world have been struggling to emerge from the economic slowdown of the last 3 years, but not Saudi Arabia. The kingdom's economy grew by an impressive estimated 7.1% last year, and it is expected to grow by almost as much this year.
The managing director of IMF was in February to talk about the relationship with the king and other senior economic officials. Then the regional team, IMF team, was in mid-May to do their annual bilateral discussion. And their report found that Saudi Arabia's economy is really thriving. It's growing at a very strong rate, 7.1% last year, projected 6% this year. Some very positive indicators in terms of non-oil sector, which is up 8%. And so there's good markers in terms of the performance of the private sector, which I think both the Saudis and the IMF find very encouraging.
The International Monetary Fund said the kingdom has done the right thing in the face of a global economic downturn by increasing government spending to stimulate demand. With a growing number of educated young people entering the job market, such measures are more important than ever.
I think with the demographic pressure in Saudi Arabia, everyone recognizes that a lot of these needs need to be met by the private sector and the growth of the private sector. And leveraging the energy income and revenues, leveraging the real comparative advantage in terms of petrochemicals to move down the line in terms of petrochemicals, but also to build on the investments in the economic cities, and a lot of other infrastructure and significant projects underway to stimulate, promote, help the private sector expand its role in the economy.
IMF economists commented that Saudi Arabia has been playing a very positive role in the global economy.
Saudi Arabia's positions itself really well in terms of the series of global downturns, first the global one in 2008-09 and now the ongoing Eurozone crisis. Their fiscal policy has been counter-cyclical. They've tended to be pretty reserved and cautious when things are going well, and they've spent heavily when the economy has stalled a little bit. Some of the things they're doing on oil policy, to be honest, is having terrific boost. I mean, in light of the Eurozone slowdown, China's slowing down, the OPEC, but in particular Saudi Arabia's levels of production over the last months and have brought prices down considerably, which of course helps all these economies, helps everybody sort of muddle through a very difficult time.
The IMF found in Saudi Arabia an economy that is robust and growing. The non-oil sector is expanding even faster, though the IMF urged the kingdom to do more to promote this sector. The IMF found that globally, Saudi Arabia is playing a positive role by keeping oil production up and oil prices down at a time of economic slowdown in America and especially Europe. Burton Bolag, KSA2, Washington.